Good morning. Welcome to Unity Orlando. Our opening statement this morning is, God is my all, I know no fear, since God and love and truth are here. Let's all affirm that together. God is my all, I know no fear, since God and love and truth are here. All right, let's all close our eyes and take a nice deep breath in. And let's bring that into our center in the silence. And so it is. And now if you'd like to join us, please stand and we'll sing our joy song this morning. It's called Life to Love. And slow, I'm gonna get my ducks in a row, live and move so I can grow, so I can grow. I live my life to love, I live my life to love, I'll sing real loud to be sure of. Seated.
Thank you very much. That was beautiful. One of our favorites, your old ones that you wrote. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity Orlando. I'm Reverend Ronnie Kenny. I'm your platform person today, and I'm very glad that you all are here. Do we have any newcomers for the first time? I don't think we do here. We're all friends and family. If you're new at home, thanks for being with us. We hope you enjoy it and come visit us when you can. We have a few announcements. Beginning this Wednesday, the men's group has adjusted its time for the weekly meeting at Starbucks to 5:30 to accommodate the working men. So Starbucks, the corner of 436 in Winter Park and Howe Branch, 5:30 now. Check out the unityorlando.org website for ongoing events and classes. Also, the lesson notes are available on our website under the service page, and you can print them for yourself. Of course, if you're here, they're already printed. Chaplain orientation is March 5th, following the 11 o'clock service. Anyone who thinks they might be interested should attend. Now, we've got some flyers and brochures out on the credenza, just talking a little bit about the prayer chaplain program. We will train you. Don't worry about, oh, I can't pray out loud or whatever. If you feel the urge to check it out, listen to Reverend Bob's message from last week, don't hesitate. Come on in. So we'd love to have you. We will train you. Our chaplains also pray every evening at 8 p.m. We usually have an alarm on, well, I do on my phone, or I forget. We stop wherever we are. We take a few moments to pray. The theme for us this month is Let There Be Light. You can pray for anything you want, but our combined effort at praying together will enhance the results. So if you care to join us, 8 o'clock every night. Snacks are always a welcome donation to Meyer Hall on Sunday's fellowship. The church supplies coffee, and the congregants supply the extra goodies. So fruit, baked goods, chips, whatever. Anything you'd like to bring would be greatly appreciated. So thank you. We love to gather in Meyer Hall afterwards. Curtis has scheduled a silent auction for March 12th and March 19th. You can start bringing your items in on March 5th. If you have any questions regarding what kinds of things to bring in, please ask Curtis. Otherwise, we might have to send some things home with you. Clothes are not accepted, please. Okay, so Reverend Lulu, who is a good friend of us, has 2 new book classes starting. Let's see, I've got the stuff. The first one is Lessons in Truth, which is one of Unity's mainstay books by, Emily Cady. And it's an old book and a wonderful book. So her class for that will start in 2 weeks. And then there's another book called Soul Crafting. Soulcraft, this is the book. And there are flyers for that on the credenza as well. Is that on the website too, do you think? Maybe? Okay. So just know there are new classes coming up. If you'd like to join them, please do it soon, because once her classes start, she closes them. And then it's a closed class. Reverend Bob's lesson this morning is Colors of the Heart. But before he comes up, we're going to turn it back over to Brian and the music department.
Thank you very much, Reverend Ronnie. And I got a special song for you today. It's about, how many is it? 21 years now, ago is when I when I wrote it. It's called Love Finds Way. Change blow through my soul. I am the truth, the light. I am with all my might. I am the one with sight when I can see with a bright God light. And I'll remember love will find my way, and my love grows in a loving, tender way. Love flies on angels' wings, and we make the heavens sing with us. soul that shines with love and heart divine. Through bad and all good times, our love of God within us rhymes. And I'll remember love will find my way, and my love grows in a loving, tender way. Love soars on angels' wings, and we make the heavens sing with love that finds my way. And when the rain does fall, the skies grow dark, and I lose it all, I know that I'll make it through somehow when I let love find a way. And every time that I have this doubt, this human grasp that I can't throw down, I bring this Christ within me out, and I'll let the love, I'll let love find a way. I'll let love find a way. I'll make love find a way. Yeah, love will find a way.
Ah, that was wonderful. For our service on the heart. Love will find a way. How you doing this week? I understand it's going to get down to 45 shortly, so enjoy the cold while you can still get it. It isn't going to last much longer. February. Does seem like this year's going right down the road pretty quickly. Valentine's Day is coming up this week. And I know everybody thinks Valentine's Day is always about romance, but Valentine's Day is about the heart. And there is a whole lot more to the heart than simple romance. And so, in honor of Valentine's Day, we're going to discuss the role of the heart in spiritual awakening. Jesus taught the path of the heart, right? And he didn't teach to go out on the street corner and kiss everyone who walks by. But he did teach to have your heart open to everyone and everything, to meet the world with your heart. So anyway, I'm glad you're here today. If you're at home watching, I'm glad you're with us. Let's start off by I'll share a little bit of my story. For at least the first third of my life, I was primarily a head person. I functioned out of my head. I'm extremely mercurial. I can understand things with my mind, and if you teach me, I can probably teach somebody else better than it was taught to me. I mean, I can turn it into concepts. And that served me well for the first third of my life. And like all head people who are caught in our intellect, I was quite sure my heart was open. I was just, oh yeah, my heart's open. That's why I have to protect it so severely. And I didn't realize that's actually the definition of the opposite of an open heart, that you have to protect it. An open heart is just open. So, early on, I married a girl who was a heart person, okay, which meant I could run circles around her with logic. And I knew how to win at an argument. You know, I was great at arguing and so forth. After all, I grew up in a household where we argued on a daily basis, so we honed that skill. I was so good that every time she would get a really good response in, I'd have to stop for a moment and say, that was actually a really good one, you know, and then go on with my response to it. But the bottom line is, here I was with, her name was Annette. And somewhere along the way, I figured out that as smart as I was, and as clear as my intellect seemed to understand things, I was missing something. I was missing something big. Probably the time it became most obvious was the first time we went out. We lived on the west coast of Florida, and we went out to watch the sunset on the beach. It sounded like a great idea. I teach meditation. This is going to be wonderful. So we went out to have an open eyes meditation, just to watch the sun setting on the beach. And we went out early. We were going to have like 45 minutes there, you know. It all sounded good until I got there. We sat down and I looked out and said, yep, it's beautiful. I'm done. I called it beautiful. You know, and then I thought, okay, she's still here, and she's just looking out there. And I thought, okay, act like a grown-up here and do whatever you need to do. So I started naming colors. Well, I see this color, that color, that color. Okay, I've run out of colors. And 5 minutes after we're there, I look over, and I'm bored. And she's lost in ecstasy. Now, I finished up that entire time watching the sunset. But I finished it up because my mind is extremely disciplined, and I can discipline myself to do what I set out to do. She finished up that time for the glory of it all. Lost in the glory of it all. And when we walked away, I went, she's doing something I'm not getting. In another case, we had gone to see Mary Kupferle. Mary Kupferle had the Delray Beach Church. She was one of the greats of unity during that period of time. And Mary and I actually had a good connection. And at this time, we'd gone to see Mary at a lecture she'd given, and I was considering applying to become her associate. So I thought, this is my perfect chance. See, after the lecture, because she saw me out there, she invited us back, and we went back and had some private time with Mary. And I thought, this is my chance to figure out what makes her so great, you know? And I was saying, and I did this intensive interview, you might say, trying to, do you feel this? Do you do that? What happens? How does this work? You know, and so forth. And she tolerated all of these questions of mine and answered them as best she could, you know. And when I was done, I thought, I don't know any more than I did when I started. And then she turned and looked at Annette, who had quietly been standing beside me that whole time. And the two of them just kind of exchanged these momentary smiles that crossed their face. They each said a couple of lines, not much, and quite frankly, it made absolutely no sense to me. I thought, really? That was the exchange? And then they impulsively hugged and released and went on. And once again, I turned and went, I think I missed something. Because I think she connected with Mary in those couple of moments deeper than I did during my entire intensive interview. And what I was missing is the information of the heart, the perception, the heart perception. And I came to understand that's what made Mary great. She had that heart energy going. From the head, it's hard to understand. So when Annette and I parted, and that just plain happens, when Annette and I parted, I determined that I needed to I spent 7 years specifically working on awakening my heart. I did other things too, but my main emphasis was, can you awaken the heart? I did as much study as I could, but the intellect can't take you very far in opening your heart. So I did a lot of meditation on Heart Center, trying to figure out what it could do. And during those 7 years, my world went from black and white to color. I discovered there was so much more out there that I had not had eyes to see or ears to hear, because I'd been in my head. The heart is your whole feeling nature. And we approach the world, and I am not telling you to give up your mind. You need it. Some people have already done it, and it doesn't bear well. In any way, to give up your mind. In any case, I'm not telling you to shy away. I am telling you to expand and realize the mind is wonderful for what it does and what it gives you, but the heart will flesh it out so much more. You will have access to information the mind could not give you. You look at something and you analyze and say, what's going on here? And then you stop and you feel it. And there's a whole different set of information that comes. I learned to feel the energy or the essence of whatever I put my attention on. And my world became so much richer. There's so much more than what your mind can show you. I learned to experience the physical realities that my mind could center upon, and then feel the energies behind them. There's a quote from Talks on Truth by Charles Fillmore, one of Unity's co-founders. Page 62, he says, "We have been taught the beauties of love and its great power in the world. But it also has a center of action in the body. A center designed by the Creator to do a specific work. And the man or the woman who has not developed the love center is living in only partial exercise of consciousness." He goes on, the love center has its nerves. Through neglect, these have become atrophied in nearly the whole human race. But they're just as necessary to the perfect man or woman as our legs and arms. There's a couple of things going on here. First off, he said, We've been taught the beauties of love, how love can change the world. You need to understand you have a center for that energy in your chest. Now, he's getting very specific about energy centers. And you want to concentrate on this center in your chest until these energies begin to radiate from you. And that if you have not awakened your heart, and you're still just looking through your head, the world is black and white. It hasn't turned to color yet. You need this to experience a full life, a rich life. But then he drops that bombshell in the end. He says that these nerves around your heart, in other words, this ability to feel, has become atrophied in nearly the whole human race. These days, we don't start out there. Well, maybe we do as babies, but we train ourselves to live through our minds. The whole human race can use the awakening of the heart. That's what Jesus presented, that tremendous awakening of the heart. And Jesus in Matthew 13, 15 through 16 addressed directly this concept that it's become atrophied in nearly the whole human race. That concept, well, here we go. He says, the heart of this people has become hardened, and they hear with difficulty, and their eyes are dull. So they cannot see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their hearts. But as for you, blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Jesus taught the path of the heart, the awakening of these atrophied potentials, of the potential to feel the essence underneath what your mind through your eyes can see. He taught being able to see, not just through your mind, but through your heart. And to hear, not just the words, but the energy behind them that may say even more or maybe something different than what the words say. Now, he discussed the powers of the heart. The heart is, quite frankly, the most powerful spiritual organ you have. You create so much through your heart. The world, we say the world is constantly responding to what we're radiating. And it's listening twice as hard to what you feel as it is to what you say. What I love is the story of the little girl that prayed to get rid of the mice, and she thought, she was too young to know what all the words meant, but she knew there was this powerful prayer they prayed in church every week at the Unity Church. So she went out and she prayed to get rid of the mice. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies the mices. And they disappeared. The universe heard her intent. Not the words, the intent behind them. So, Matthew 6:45. A good man brings out good things from the good treasure of his heart, and a bad man from the bad treasure of his heart brings out bad things. Your state of heart is amazingly important in determining what you're creating in life, in determining the life you're going to live. And the colors of the heart, whether they're the dark emotions or the light ones, is determining what we're creating. The dark emotions create darkness in our life. And the light emotions create goodness and light. In Proverbs 4:23, keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. You're creating your life by where you allow your heart to dwell. The colors of your heart will determine the experiences you go through. In Matthew 5:8, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. If you've banished the darkness and your heart is filled with light, with love, with joy and gratitude, peace, all of the light energies of the heart, if it's filled with that, you're capable of seeing the glory of God in everything. Until then, your mind just saw what was there. But as the heart is awakened on that light side, you can literally see the glory of God shining through everything around you. It's a clear perception through the people, through nature, through the sunlight, through the buildings, through the activities. You can see the glory of God shining through it all. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. So, I want to go over some steps for awakening the spiritual powers of your heart. And the first step is obvious. Open your heart. I said it was obvious. I didn't necessarily say it was easy. There's a huge difference between simple and easy. The beginner will say, I don't need to do that. My heart's already open. But that simply proves you're a beginner. Because anyone who had gone very far into the realm of the heart is forever awestruck by how much they have not done. Not that they've already done it, been there, done that. They would never say been there, done that, because they know the further they go, the vaster the realm of the heart becomes. You cannot exhaust it by spending time there your entire life, I guarantee you. So it's time to open your heart. I don't care where you are on the path, you can always open your heart more. You might start by simply loving and appreciating as much as you can from wherever you are. Love will find a way, right? We're going to just love everything you can so that you are creating good things from the good treasure of your heart. Love and appreciate life. Let that fill your heart. And you'll find it springs open. Then I'm going to suggest you do what Charles Fillmore suggested, and you find your heart center in your chest. The scientist in me wants to tell you it's about a third of the way down the sternum and an inch or two into the chest. But it's a spiritual experience, not a physical one. But that's where you'll feel a thrill, right? When you think, I love something so intense, this is so beautiful, or I love so-and-so so much, this is where you'll feel that energy. You'll feel that thrill coming alive in your chest. So if you want to open your heart, you're going to concentrate on that heart center. And you're going to affirm love until you feel that energy rising inside of you, rising through your heart. If you want to go another direction, you think of someone you love very intensely. Choose something that's simple, somebody that I really do love this person. Okay, great, go for it. You know, I love my mother, I love my wife, I love my sister or brother or whatever, you know, until you can feel that energy. And when you can feel that thrill in that heart center, and it'll be right there. You'll feel the energy. When you feel the energy, the next step is, can I move the object? Can I still feel this energy in my chest while I think of someone else now? And so you kind of move it around and keep feeling the energy while you think of people. And then finally, the real test will be, can I keep this energy going in my heart while I go from someone that I love dearly to someone I'm having some problems with? Can I think of them and feel this energy? There is actually a final step. Can you feel the energy so strongly that you can drop all objects and just feel love? Just feel that basic spiritual building block of your soul. Just feel it. Just love. Not I love this or I love that. That's where you start. But I love. And if you're doing this, you're learning to generate energy there in your heart. And you're going to take it one step further by realizing that love is not the only heart energy. You may want to generate joy. Generate love, but can you generate joy? What I did is I worked until each of these qualities would come alive whenever I called them. Love. Joy, gratitude. I am so grateful. Appreciation. Usually when you appreciate something, you say, I love that. That is so great. And peace is also a heart energy. It's that energy of pure harmony with everyone and everything. Peace. Be still and feel that energy in your heart, not in your head, in your heart. The second step is to address the darkness in your heart. Cleanse your heart. Turn away from the dark colors of your heart. On a daily basis, we need to work to clear away the feelings of anger, fear, resentment, condemnation, and judgment. They're a terrible person. I don't know. Do you have people in your life you say that about? In this day and age, we all do. Even sadness or disappointment. We need to clear all of that out of our heart. Our heart needs to become sacred ground. So I'm not going to let resentment, I'm not going to let fear or anger reside there. I'm going to learn to release it, to let it go. These dark colors are the bad treasure. And they'll create badness in your life. So we need to let them go. Maybe we do so by practicing forgiveness. Forgiveness really is just letting it go. We have to forgive the people around us. We have to forgive life for bringing us this experience or that experience. And we've got to forgive ourselves for disappointing ourselves. Strive to have a pure heart. Say, okay, I'm going to let that go. I'm just going to turn away from this. I don't need to carry this in my heart anymore. You can keep it in your head if it gives you, what do I want to say, some guardrails on what you do with your life. You may know such and such happened, and I'm never going to allow that to happen again, but you have to not let that sit in your heart. The third step now is to learn to see through your heart. This is where the world turns from black and white to color, where it becomes so much richer, so much more enjoyable. There is so much more there to experience. You learn to move into your feeling nature and try to feel what's in front of you, not just see it with your mind, but feel it with your heart. Jesus said they don't understand with their heart. Can you feel the essence behind a person, a situation, nature, whatever it is that's in front of you? There's a practice that I simply call the still pond. If you're going to feel what's going on inside of someone else, you're going to have to quiet what's going on inside of you. So you turn inside, you create this image of a still pond. And the way the practice goes is if you have a still pond in front of you, and you pick up a stone and you throw it into the middle of the pond, there will be ripples that flow across the still pond. You create a still pond inside of yourself. You throw the stone in by placing your attention on a person, a situation, a decision, or something in nature. And as you place your attention on it, that which you feel will be the essence of what it is you've put your attention on. You can feel the inner essence. With a person, it becomes, what does it feel like to be this person? And you look in somebody's eyes, and it's not the look on their face, it's trying to actually turn around and feel what it's like to be them. And you can do it. And when you do, you're going to feel their essence, what it is like to be them. You can do it with a tree. Every sunset has a different flow of emotion that goes along with it. All of nature has a feeling, and you can feel its essence. If you concentrate on a tree, trying to feel what it's like to be that tree, before long you can feel treeness. I remember a time when my dad had the church in Austin, Texas. And behind their home, there was this deep ravine and some wonderful trees out there. And I remember I went out and I spent 20 minutes concentrating on the tree. And when I was done, the only way I could describe my experience was to say, my friend, the tree. There was a bond set up. When you feel the essence, it's so much richer than saying, yep, it's an oak tree or a maple tree. It's got leaves that are green. It's got this color bark. That's like me trying to name the colors at a sunset. You can feel the essence of what it's like to be a tree. But you can also do it with situations and decisions. Everything has an energy component. Everything has something to feel. And sometimes walking into a situation, you want to not just know what your mind sees. You want to feel the energies behind this situation. You want to feel what's going on here. And you'll be a whole lot more capable of handling it when you do. So eventually you get to the point where you stop and experience the essence of everything that you encounter. You're not just seeing it with your mind. Whole new depths are opened up. Absolute depths of beauty and understanding are opened up when you also feel it with your heart. And sometimes your heart will guide you when your mind's been fooled. Number 4 is to see the glory of God shining through all of life. You see, as you start to sense there is an energy component behind everything, then you can start to feel the light of God. You can sort of see as you look out while connected with your heart on a high level. You can see the light of God shining through everything in the world. You can feel that absolute beauty that shines through everything. It's all God's. Some things we like, some things we don't, but it's all God's. And if you stop and try to feel with your heart, you can feel and see that light of God shining through everything. You can feel the emotional glory of the sunset or the tree. And you can simply see God shining through everything. And in the end, this is what you want to do daily, so you can keep your vibration high and, quote, draw good things out of the good treasure of your heart. The 5th one is just kind of an expansion on that. Approach everything in your life as an energy experience. Basically, you're learning to live in 2 worlds. Everything out there has a physical component, and behind it is an energy essence, an energy component. And you reach the point where you're walking around in life living in 2 worlds. You're seeing and experiencing the physical things, but at the same time, you're sensing the energy, the spiritual energy behind everything you see with your eyes. In the end, that's having eyes to see and ears to hear. And the more and more that you do it, the more you are seeing the heavens as well as the earth. You're seeing both levels. And you're living your life not just as a physical being, but as a child of God, a spiritual being also. So, if I were to put a conclusion on it, it's simply this. Put whatever effort you can into awakening the sleeping perceptions of your heart. And if you do so, you'll be able to turn a mundane life into an experience of glory. Because there's glory shining through everything. If you follow Jesus down the path of the heart, you will find that in your life you can, and I quote it again, bring good things out of the good treasure of your heart. Let's close our eyes. And let's move into that heart center in the center of our chest. For those who are still strongly in our mind, it's about 1/3 of the way down the breastbone, the sternum. About 1 inch or 2 into your chest. But very quickly you'll find that it's not a physical thing. It's a spiritual location inside of you. So go into your heart and realize its sacredness. This is the altar. This is the place you sit in God's presence. Move into your feeling nature wholly. And here in your heart, release all negativity. Feel the darkness just dissipating. And your whole feeling nature is flooded with light. In this moment, you realize, I love God. I love that presence that is there within me, watching over me. And that presence, God, loves me. I love God, and God loves me. Feel that presence within you, loving you. It's time to radiate that love. So think of someone you love very dearly, anyone out of your life, someone easy. Think of how intensely you love this being. And feel the energy rise in your heart. Now spread it around. Feel the energy as you think of other people in your life. Think of the beauty of nature, the beautiful sky, the stately tree, the vastness of the ocean, the beauty of all the colors. And feel your heart come alive. Now think of all those wonderful people. And for a moment realize that each one is this phenomenal work of art. No two feel exactly the same. Their essence is unique. So feel the uniqueness of each person who populates your life. And with eyes to see and ears to hear, look out at your whole world and sense, feel the light of God shining through it all. The heavens are merged with the earth if we can but see them. So see the energies of the heavens moving through the whole physical realm around us. In spite of all appearances to the mind, our heart knows God is in charge. And all is well. All is wonderfully well. Father, give us the strength to open our eyes and our ears that we may see and hear through our hearts and experience the glory of life that is all around us. Thy will be done through each and every one of us. Amen. We're going to prepare for our offering. If you're online, number one, your gifts do really matter, and we are appreciative. If you're online, the way you give your offering is at the end of service, you go to the home page of our website, hit the Donate Now button to use a credit card or PayPal. Or you pull our address off and mail us a check if you're old school. A lot of us are old school, right? You can also call the office and set up for regular offerings if that's easier. In any case, we concentrate upon our offering now as we affirm together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all the good I am and have, all the good I give and receive. Thank you, God. Amen.
Here's the first song I ever wrote for a Unity service. It's called Love is the Way. Love is the way of my heart to your heart. Love is the way of my soul. Love will not forsake you. Love will not mistake you. Love is the answer. Love is the way. Love is today and love is tomorrow and all week. No one can replace it. No one can mistake it. Love is the answer. Love is the way. see a vision of a rainbow of love in this place. I can see a lover's vision glowing in your face. Love is the answer to all unanswered prayer. Love is the answer. Love is the way. I can say it's sunny even when it rains. I can make the sunshine bring out all its lazy rays. I know I can do it. You know there ain't much to it. Love is the answer. Love is the way. I can see a vision of a rainbow of love in this place. I can see a lover's vision glowing in your face. Love is the answer to all unanswered prayer. Love is the answer. Love is the way. Love is the answer. Love is the way. I can see a vision of a rainbow of love in this place. I can see a lover's vision glowing in your face. Love is the answer to all unanswered prayer. Love is the answer. Love is the way. Love is the answer. Love is the way. Love is the answer, love is the way. Love is the way.
Well, that was wonderful. Thank you all for making this service beautiful. All of you at home, all of you here, thank you for being Unity Orlando. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being my spiritual family. Next Sunday, I'll be speaking on wealth consciousness. And between now and then, well, that magic day, the 14th, is going to show up, right? So have a beautiful Valentine's Day. There's always some level of love that can be celebrated. Let's all rise and radiate into the world our prayer of protection. Together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. God bless you all.